Hello, beautiful ones. This is Lorelei from the Tightrope to 5D Music Reactions. Now, you might say, what in the heck is 5D? And that's a great question, but it's not one I can answer right here and now. So stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to give you a special 5D message and take it from someone who's been forged in the fire of painful third-dimensional experiences and come out the other side to that fifth-dimensional experience of peace, love, bliss, and joy. Like 99% of the day, of the time, you don't want to miss that message. Now, I appreciate it if you go ahead and give a like to this video, and also later on afterwards, give a like to the original video in the notes. It's great karma because it spreads the love. Okay, so what we're looking at today is one of your suggestions. Luciano Pavarotti and Amira Willighagen singing live Nessun Dorma.
Fredda stanza guardi le stelle e tremano d'amore.
Let's hear that note again when he hits that high note. Oh my God, reminds me of my father. Oh, here we go.
Pure o principessa nella tua fredda stanza guardi le stelle e tremano d'amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero è chiuso in me, il nome mio nessun saprà.
To hear that again. I did not realize that was this song. It's Nessun Dorma, by the way. I've heard that before, but I did not realize it was this song when I got to that part. Oh, wow. Hold on. Oh. Tear to my eye. Holy moly, so beautiful, so beautiful. name for that when they go? I'm a singer, but not like trained. Little bit of training, but very little. So I sang with my dad all the time. But is there a name for that when he goes up there and just builds up there, and then comes out with that blast of a beautiful note? Tell me, comment. By the way, comment. Are you enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying it? Wow, just hitting the heights here. How does the human voice hit the heights like that? Holy cow. How young she is. Oh my goodness, listen to the voice coming out of her. Oh my. Oh, we got to hear that again. Wow. Look how beautiful that was when she hit that high note. Totally different from a male voice to a female. And she's just a child. Holy moly. Oh man, I gotta hear that again, folks. Can you believe the beauty of her voice? Oh. The angelic voices in the background. Here it comes. Holy cow. If I hadn't seen myself, I would not believe that was a child. There's no way I would believe that was a child. My. Whoa. Oh, that is absolutely unreal. Huh. Okay, I don't know, but is your heart flying in the sky right now? Because mine is. So, I just want to make those sounds with my voice. I seem to remember also a kind of an operatic, if you believe in such things. I do, because I've had sort of what might be considered memories of an operatic past life, if you will. So it just makes me want to I just want to sing. I just want to sing with her. So uplifting, so beautiful with them both. I mean, what's the other thing about this is like the juxtaposition of the male voice and the female voice. And I mean, so absolutely stunning, each one in different ways, right? And it just shows the male energy, the male, that force, it's just like a force to be reckoned with. And the female, just shimmering, like just so beautiful. It's like the power and the softness, like just coming together. And that's the whole experience of life in terms of male and female, right? The male and female energies. So absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. So I don't know what to say here. Like if I wouldn't put this on my scale, I don't know what the words are. So I can't say upon my scale of 1 to 5, 1 being a very third dimensional, 5 being a fifth dimensional. I can't put the words in here, okay? Because I don't know what they mean. So it could be a sad story or whatever, but the beauty of how they present it, I'm going with like a solid 4.9 on that baby, because so beautiful, so uplifting, just makes me want to sing, just lifts me up. It's the feeling of it. It's the vibration of it, reaching for the heights. Both of them just reaching for and attaining the heights. So profound, so beautiful. Wow. And do you feel that too? Do you feel like the experience of it? Comment and let me know if you feel that experience of it. It's like that, just up in the stratosphere, reaching for the heights. Beautiful. Okay, so just a little reminder for some of you that I have a little, in my biography, in my description, if you drop it down and you go down, all the way down, you'll get to About Lorelei, Support and Resources. So there are some things that I'm being of service to people with, to help others to come up to that great heights with me, right? I'm living in those heights as well. And you might have something there that might be of interest to you, so take a look and see. And you could also watch my newest video that I'm putting in the shorts. I hope it's short enough to put in the shorts, but take a look at that and see a little bit about my journey if you're interested. Also, so my fifth dimensional message today: who and what are the family of light? So, oh man, it's like, I'm just so uplifted by this. So now let's talk a little bit about who and what are the family of light, because that's also uplifting. If you consider that in the beginning, and I spoke about this in one of my videos, there was that creator source, that prime creator, that mind of God, if you will. It was a consciousness. And then it expressed itself. It said, let there be light, and expressed itself as light and embodied that light. So now you had that beautiful conscious light. And then he began to break off parts of self to go and be archangels and also express themselves and create things and make planets and stars and the whole 9 yards. And those clearly were light, the light family, like clearly, because they were light, right? All light, pure light, right? And then began to become things like, other kinds of individuals and on planets inhabiting them and so on and so forth. So still, each and every thing having some semblance of light in each and every being that is created by the creators, by the light creators. And that they could come in and out of different forms that's, up that high as an archangel or an angel or whatnot. And so this was like our original family of light, if you will. But now we've progressed so far. There's been so much created and so much that we have. So we can't, what is the family of light now? And the general kind of consensus, I would say, of when you're in that family of light is when you're living, where we're going now, in the 5th dimension or higher. Because then the majority of your beingness is like light. You are a light being. That doesn't mean you don't have a physical body, you do, but even as we speak, as the light comes in, the high vibrational photonic light from the great central sun, and it's coming in and it's making changes and it's activating our dormant DNA, and it's actually causing the base of our cells of our body to shift from what was it's going to a crystalline base, right? So it used to be, I can't think of the name of it, but it's not coming to me. But it's moving to a crystalline base, which allows the light to flow through and allows you to be literally a being of light in the higher dimensions. Carbon, it was a carbon base, was the original base. So you become, in the 5th dimension, finally, you come to life, so to speak, as your being of light. And of course, all the higher dimensions, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and all that, you're getting more and more and more and more and more to be that light, that being of light. And as you get higher, you can go in and out of forms when you want to, but a lot of times you get up there and who wants to, right? Because it's so great up there, right? But you'll see, you'll understand. It seems like right now, light, who'd want to be light? But it's a pretty great feeling, I'll tell you, having sort of explored in my meditations and all. So from the 5th dimension and beyond is really what we're talking about when we're talking about the family of light. Now, we may have come from that family of light. So some of us came from other planets. I don't mean us like me, Lorelei, but my higher self, so to speak, comes and there's a part of me that is from another planet or whatever and says, go on down there, that part of you, and go help out with the earth or whatever. So that's kind of a little bit what I am. And we'll go send a part of you down like as this Lorelei person. Maybe earlier they sent another part of me down and another part of me down and another part of me down, right? But if you go back, so I've been in the higher realms, theoretically speaking. I believe I have some memories and whatnot. So I am a part of that family of light, but me here in 3rd dimensional Earth, I'm not really that because I'm not a light being as of yet, okay? But I have been a part of that. That is my family, so to speak. So I'm going to plan to go back into the bosom, if you will, of my family. And then there are other individuals here on Earth who perhaps never were in a higher dimensional space, and this will be the first time to raise themselves up and be a light being. How wonderful that is, right? But in a physical form. So what do we have up there in the higher realms that are be considered this family of light? Well, certainly you have the prime creator, of course. Certainly you have the angels. You have the archangels, of course, obviously. Then you have these different beings that have passed from physical form into the higher realms. Some of these beings that we know of, for instance, in Eastern religions, there's a lot of ascended masters that, as they understand it, have passed from physical into the higher realms without the death process. So those are the ascended masters. And you've got ascended masters also in the realm of are all around the globe. So Ascended Master Saint Germain, Ascended Master Sananda, Sunat Kumara, Ascended Master Yeshua or Jesus. Many people do believe that he he certainly was a third dimensional being, but he just, instead of dying, he just passed into his higher dimensional body. Whether or not he died on the cross, that's a moot point right now in this conversation. Whether he did or whether he didn't, he certainly passed over to the higher dimensional, to the fifth dimensional and above consciousness, right? We know that because he came back, and there's stories of him, showing himself to Mary, for instance, but saying, don't touch me. And that's because if you touch a being of light, you're probably going to get hurt. If you touch the burning bush, you're probably going to get hurt. So he don't want her to touch him because she might get hurt, okay? Now, obviously, Jesus was the Son of God, but so are we all, the sons and daughters of God. And we're called brethren to Jesus. He called us brethren. So, given that we are brethren, children of God as well, we have every much as a possibility or an ability to raise up to that fifth dimension like he did, and like Buddha did, and many others down the line. I'm trying to remember some of the names of the Eastern, but why don't you guys help me out? Please comment in the comments some of those Eastern Ascended Masters that you may know of. So those are in the family of light as well. And then you also have, the Galactic family of light. So there actually is a Galactic Federation out there. They call it the Galactic Federation of Light. And they are part of our greater galactic family of light, okay? So out in the galaxy, all around the whole galaxy, all the higher dimensional beings that live out in the galaxy, and all the higher dimensional beings in the universe, right? Those are all our family of light at different levels. The galactic being closer to us, of course, than the universe ones. So those are our family of light. And some of them then form a federation where, much like Star Wars, they go around and they police the universe, but without ever harming a person or an individual or whatever. They just make sure that things are going along okay, and they can assist where possible and so on, and not assist if, the prime directive is, do not interfere. So a lot of times they're not going to assist, but they might oversee like they've done with the Earth for so many centuries and centuries. Now, by the way, they are able to assist us because we have asked for their help, and we've gotten to a higher enough vibration where we could ask for the help. And so all of that family of light is actually able to assist us because ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find. So that's what we have done, and they are out there, I'm happy to say, assisting us in so many ways in this great change over to the higher dimensions. We have past the point of no return, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, other individuals, you think that all of these sort of imaginary animals, the fairies, the unicorns, the Pegasus, the dragons, I'm talking about the loving dragons, not the nasty ones, which actually was kind of so that was a negative propaganda on those poor dragons. But anyway, the dragons, the fairies, the mermaids, you think that those all are made up, but they're actually not. Where do you think we came up with the idea? Somewhere in the back of our brain. Because you don't just come up with things out of nowhere, right? Somewhere in the back of our brain, we knew there are beings. There are beings that exist like that. And those are also beings in the higher dimensions because they're beings of love and they're beings of light. And then here's a real crazy for one. I'm really going to stretch your imagination to consider this. But there are literally higher beings of light living in the inner earth. And they live in various places, right? Shambhala and all that. But the ones we know the most about live in a place called Telos, which is under Mount Shasta in California, way up northern California. Now, when I first heard this, I thought my friend was nuts telling me this, because this was my friend was a prominent ufology, UFOs, right? And then her circle of friends knew all about that stuff, and galactics and ET and all that. And so when he first told me this, I said, this guy's off his rocker a mile. I didn't say that to him. I said it in my head, of course. But then, about 7 years later, I went to visit Mount Shasta. And I'm not kidding you. They already know. They don't even pull any punches on that. They know those are beings, higher level beings, higher dimensional beings living in their mountain. There are entire books written about it. The entire community knows about it. I can't understand how that information didn't get out to the rest of the world, because they all know, they all accept. It's like something they live with. Now, what are their proofs, so to speak? So many people have seen them. And usually what happens is something like, you see this person and they're like beaming, like they're just so like full of light, full of joy, and full of happiness and all. And they're but dressed some weird way, like they're wearing clothes way back when, and they're wearing them the wrong way. They got their fanny pack hanging around their shoulder. They got their shirt on backwards or the pants on backwards. Just weird. Just doing it completely the way opposite in terms of dress than we would do it. And they will smile when they're seen, and then the person will turn away to their friend or whatever, then turn back, and that person's gone. Split second, gone. So many people in the area have seen these individuals. Now, apparently these individuals are coming up to see, what's happening on the top of the earth, and they've been waiting for us to come, by the way, to the fifth dimensional level or higher so they can interact with us. So they're wondering what's going on up here. Now, they're not supposed to be seen. So when they're seen, they kind of, give you a love and then get away as soon as possible. Like just, they can just automatically disappear. That's what they can do in the higher realms. That's what we'll be able to do, by the way. So yeah, that's crazy as it sounds. I found out when I went there, that's a real thing. So this is really kind of that's our family of light. And we have a lot of, so those are the ones that are in the higher realms that are our family of light. But we also have individuals on our earth that are part of our family of light when we are at the higher vibration. I mean, certainly you're part of the family, but you're not really of light until we get back up there to the fifth dimension or higher where we started out. Then you can really, solidly say, okay, I am in the family of light. So I think many of you are in that family, and I hope that you will come to listen more and more and find out more and more about this amazing time here on the earth. Okay, beloved ones, I'm sending you all of these fifth dimensional energies, the peace, the joy, the bliss, the love, the abundance, all coming at you right now. Finally, I say, namaste. I honor the God in you. How we love you.